Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's get into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Sheree. We're going to be talking about Porsha Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Now let's get into it. So Bravo has just announced the cast for the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Porsha Williams, Kenya Moore, Drew Sidora, Shamia, which is Porsha, who is Porsha's best friend. Cynthia is coming as a friend of the show, and then there's some new ladies that we don't know much about. Now, the gag is Sheree is not part of the cast. Ooh. Now, I'm one of the people who believe that Sheree wasn't bringing much to the show. I felt that Sheree is always on the wrong side of history. Sheree teamed up with Sanya and Marlo, and they became like the Mean Girls squad last season. People did not want to see that. And so I'm not surprised that she's being dropped this year. Also, if you think about it, of all the people to team up with as a spouse, you chose Martell Holt. Despite everything that was in the media about him, despite everything that was on the show about him, if you're even going to choose a pick, at least do some research. Like, check this man out. Watch his shows. He's unhinged. So I'm just like, I'm not surprised that Bravo decided to kick her to the curb. I feel like she does not bring much to the show. It's always just bone-carrying activities, and she doesn't even do it well enough recently. I feel like she needs like a really good... So her teaming up and then there being that segregation did not work out for her or work out in her favor at all. I liked the fact that in the past, it was like she was just bone carrying all across the board. But the last season, it felt like it was like bone carrying for one side and not doing too much for the other side, which just was not working out for her. Now, a lot of people are talking about the fact that she's been fired for the third time. She's the most fired housewife, like legit. And why is it? Because she just does not always bring it. Although, of course, there were some people who felt that they shouldn't have picked Drew Sidora over Sheree, with some people thinking that the reason that she was removed was because her storyline is tied to Martell Holt, who is alleged of convicted now, let's be clear, who has been convicted of DV and he's appealing that, right, and trying to ask for a jury trial in relation to that. But I feel like it is okay. If that is the truth, then Bravo is doing what OWN TV and Carlos King should be doing due to the severity of Martell Holt's crimes. But Carlos continues to turn a blind eye. Carlos continues to let Martell Holt do whatever Martell Holt does because somehow he has made it in his mind that Martell is the show. And let's not forget that Kenya did say that Martell Holt is aggressive. And Kenya also did bring up the revenge peace situation on their cameras. So I'm not surprised that they're trying to cut Sheree loose because at the moment she's looking like a liability. Now, what's Sheree gonna do without this Bravo check? Because I'm not conversant with anything else that she got going on. Like, what's gonna happen with the Chateau Sheree? Like, I hope all is well in her end when it comes to money, because she ain't gonna be getting that Real Housewives of Atlanta check. They didn't even bring her as a friend of the way they're bringing Cynthia, which means they're like, Sheree, you're disposable. You are of no use to us. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that she was hanging out with Simon and all of that. So it's like, she was probably doing that for a storyline. And look at her, you're not even getting the opportunity to show that story because you were fired. Well, that was that. Now, let's talk about Porsha Peach Juice, honey. Porsha is coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. and I'm excited about it. You may not know, but I do like Porsha. Now, of course, I be calling everyone out, but I still like the girl. I feel like she's going to bring that fun energy to Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, now that she's going through a divorce, I don't know what kind of energy she's going to be bringing, but I hope it is good enough and it is not too heavy for us on the screens, because I feel like last season of Real Housewives was extremely heavy for no reason, right? Like Marlo with the storyline, it was just too much, right? So I'm hoping that it's not as mad. What I would love to see is Drew and Porsha kicking it whilst going through a divorce, them supporting each other, having fun. I want to see the interaction between Shamir and the new ladies, because even though she's an OG, she's also kind of new as well, at least as a peach older. So I want to see their interaction as well, right? And see what that ends up looking like. I think also Porsha was saying that yesterday was the first day of filming, and then she went live and was talking about how crazy it has been, slurring her words and all that kind of stuff. Like, it feels like she's been rusty because she hasn't filmed for 3 years. It's almost like looking at the camera, blah, blah, blah. Also, one of the things she said that I was like, ooh, that could be good, is like, she was like, it's gonna be unfiltered, because like when she's no longer like that seasoned person that can think of what to say and all of that, she's just there like, I said it. And I feel like that is what we need. We need that, like, unfiltered unfiltered peach juice. And I think that it could be really good for the show. I was saying that it could be really good for the show. Of course, I was expecting a little bit more with the cast, but I'm going to hold out hope that this casting will work out great. We'll see if it does. If it doesn't, you guys know I will be the first to talk about it on here, okay? But for now, I think, I think I'm going to be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me know if you guys are going to be watching it as well. Considering filming is just starting now, that means we're probably not going to get it until late this year or next year. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Anyways, that is all I have to talk to you guys about. Don't forget to smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell button right next to it, so you know every single time that I post or go live. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.